this game is called ObsCure, an attempt at a co-op survival horror game, and we all know how some of those end up. Anyways, ObsCure was developed by Hydrovision Entertainment, who changed their name due to almost closing down to Mighty Rocket Studios. It was published by Dreamcatcher Interactive and is available on PC, Xbox, and PlayStation 2. The game was first released in Europe in 2004 and then in North America in 2005. So what is the story like? Well, you start off controlling Kenny Matthews, who is a basketball bro, and the older brother of another character, Shannon. He loses his phone somehow, and you must search for it, leading you to a strange-looking building on the school campus. One thing leads to another, and you're captured and trapped in this freaky dungeon. Fast forward to the next day, and Kenny's friends, and sister, are concerned over his disappearance, and take it upon themselves to find him. No one seems to give a shit about these teenagers running around the high school. I mean, it does look like a shitty-ass school. So you explore, and lo and behold, you come across something strange. The rest of the game is you figuring out where Kenny went to, and why the school is suddenly turning into Silent Hill, except it's nowhere near as good. It's a basic story to a basic game. There's nothing exciting about the story the entire way through, I can tell you that. Where does this game shine, you ask? Is it in the gameplay? No, not really. The gameplay is pretty standard, even with the co-op aspect chugging along. Think of the old Resident Evil games. Exploring big buildings, shooting monsters that appear occasionally, solve puzzles, fuck up puzzles, fight boss, you get the picture. However, you will learn two important lessons in the game. Number one is that duct tape is very useful. You can duct tape flashlights to guns, and light is super important in this game, kind of like another survival horror game. And number two, forgetting small things will get you killed. Quite literally. In this game, you can accidentally kill off main characters for good. Sometimes for simple things like forgetting to put the safety lock on an elevator after doing a long puzzle to make it move. It can really suck if you really like the character, but it can equally be funny, as it is usually sudden and very unexpected. Now, certain characters apparently have special skills, so if one gets killed off, will you lose that ability? Well, no. The special abilities given to certain characters just allow for less time in doing them, such as picking a lock. Why are there special skills then? Beats the hell out of me! How's the music and voice acting? Music is pretty bland, but in the introduction you are blasted with the sound of Sum 41, which is probably where all the game budget went. It does succeed at establishing the cheesy high school setting before everything goes to shit, so I'll give it that. The voice acting is pretty stacked, with the voices of Sam Riegel, Tara Platt, and Stephanie Sheh, holding 3 of the 4 main characters, which is always nice on the ears, even if some of the lines are really worth rolling your eyes at. Overall, it was a very average game, with little to give. The permanent death aspect is a nice touch, and can make you a bit paranoid if you want everyone alive. Unlike myself, who laughed when Ashley got crushed and died, it's definitely more fun with a friend, especially if you want to piss around and criticize the game to bits. In that regard, I recommend playing it if you have exhausted a lot of the other survival horror franchises that are pretty crap now. If you plan to play this game, try and keep everyone alive, as you can carry them over to ObsCure 2, if for whatever reason you want to do that. Enjoy!